Sonic R is one of the most well-designed racing games known to date. It truly is a masterpiece in its character balance, one of its greatest achievements. We both know I'm lying, don't we? To point out the obvious, Sonic R is not a very well-respected game among casuals. Its low content and awful character balance are some of this game's worst aspects. You have characters that are objectively good and characters that are objectively bad. So that got me thinking, how large is the skill gap between characters? Can I 100% Sonic R's Egg-Robo, the worst character, while on the hardest difficulty? Let's find out. Before we start, there's a couple things to go over. First, why Egg-Robo? Why is he the worst character in the game? Well, it's simple really. He can't jump, he can barely hover over water, he has overall low speed, his missile ability does absolutely nothing, and he's in the upper tier of characters. Now, you might wonder what I mean by upper tier of characters. Isn't that a good thing? Well, in Sonic R, all of the 10 characters are divided into 2 tiers, of which I will call the lower and upper tiers. The lower tier consists of everyone you start the game with and Eggman, while the upper tier has all the unlockable characters like Super Sonic and of course Egg-Robo. So you won't have to face off against someone like Metal Sonic while playing as Tails or Amy, but you would have to if you're playing as Egg-Robo or Tailsdoll. This is why Egg-Robo is hurt from being in the upper tier. He has to go against the strongest characters in the game. Next, I plan on completing everything in a stage at once. In each stage, excluding the last one, there are 2 main collectibles, Chaos Emeralds and tokens. By grabbing a Chaos Emerald and winning first place, you keep that emerald after the race. Obtaining all 7 throughout the game unlocks Super Sonic. There are always 5 tokens hidden in the stages, and by nabbing them all and finishing third, you can challenge an unlockable character to a race, whereby winning nets you that racer. I will be attaining both Chaos Emeralds and tokens in each race to ramp up the difficulty, which means I have to get first place in all races while doing all the bonus stuff. This is sure gonna be fun. That said, that should be all the context needed to start, so without further ado, let's get into the actual challenge. We begin the runs by selecting Amy and going to Regal Ruin. Remember, we have to unlock Egg-Robo to officially start the playthrough. While this does mean that the stage will be easier upon returning with Egg-Robo, trust me, we will have many more struggles to come. This is not the hardest stage. We get the 5 Sonic tokens and we win the race against Egg-Robo. Now playing as Egg-Robo, we go to Resort Island, the first course in the game. There is only 1 Chaos Emerald in the level, and since we haven't unlocked any other characters, our only rivals are the base cast. Overall, a pretty easy time. We collect everything in the level and unlock Metal Sonic. Radical City, the next stage, is also very simple. The only differences being there are 2 emeralds now, and Metal Sonic can be a threat if we're too slow. We can beat the nightmare from my childhood easily and move on to the next stage. Even though the Sonic tokens have already been collected with Amy, Regal Ruin can still be pretty difficult since the Chaos Emeralds are pretty out of the way. And once again, we're on a strict time limit since Metal Sonic likes to take shortcuts. After a few attempts, the level is finished and we begin the real challenge. So, up to this point, this challenge hasn't amounted to much. Every stage has had almost no difficulty to them whatsoever. However, the final 2 stages represent one of the largest difficulty curves I have ever seen in a challenge. To start, let's go to Reactive Factory. Brute forcing Reactive Factory is nearly impossible. With all the collectibles you have to get and how far out of the way they are, Metal Sonic completes the stage way too fast for you to even have a chance of succeeding. A strategy needs to be made to win, and while it isn't foolproof, I think I figured out a good plan. During the first lap, collect the token on the ship, turn around and collect the one on the alternate path in the beginning, and then get the token and the gate at the end of the stage, meanwhile collecting as many rings as you possibly can. On the second lap, you should have at least close to 100 rings. Run through the first gate, but don't get the Chaos Emerald. Run through the other gate, getting the Emerald this time. Get the last 2 tokens on your way to the finish line. During the final lap, grab the Chaos Emerald that was left behind and finish the level as fast as possible. With this strategy, it does require some luck to pull off, but it can be done with enough optimization. After an hour of attempts, I got this. If they don't catch up... Oh, they're taking the home line. Okay, I win. Yeah, I win. That's it. After that tedious amount of grinding away, I was relieved to move on to the final level, Radiant Emerald. There are no more collectibles to find, no extra routes to go through. This was going to be a breeze. It wasn't a breeze. When we got the final 2 emeralds, we unlocked Supersonic, and oh boy is he a rival. With Egg-Robo, there is zero chance to catch up with Sonic. No matter how good your routing is, you'll always be just behind him by the end of the stage. While I'm sure I could have brute forced a win after several hours, I wanted to find another plan. The first thing I searched for was an out of bounds glitch. Remember, I sat here for multiple hours grinding away at one stage. I felt that there was no way I could actually do this legitimately. Luckily for me, I found something. I found a video by Divine Shinobi on YouTube in which he got out of bounds through a crevice in the stage. Now that I saw this could happen, I began my own testing. I went to test the glitch with Egg-Robo, and to my surprise, it worked. While this was an awesome glitch and it was really cool that it could work, there was one problem. It happened to occur at the very end of the stage, so no time could actually be saved by performing it. But then you might ask, why not just turn around and do the glitch then? I'm not completely sure how it works, but I think Sonic R will only bump up the lap counter as long as you don't blast the finish line backwards. Trust me, I experimented a lot hoping I could find lap triggers somewhere in the level, because there's no resources about Sonic R code anywhere on the internet. So, after nearly 3 hours of testing, I gave up on the trick. I was starting to think that it was over. I lost the challenge. No less on the final course too. This had all come to a close. But I didn't let up. In a final act of desperation, I had one final idea. It was time to join the Sonic R Speedrun Discord. I was hoping whatever I could find here could help me in the final part of the game. If I couldn't find anything, the challenge would be as good as over. Then, after some time searching, I found Inputs, moderator and active runner of Sonic R. More specifically, I found a video about an exploit called counter drifting. Because I'm really bad at explaining things, I'll let the video speak for itself.
However, you can improve this with the addition of counter drifts, as seen in this run. The basic idea of counter drifting is that rather than just using the drift buttons to tighten your turning around the direction you're moving in, you can also use them to carry drift momentum away from the direction you're facing. To do that, you start a drift as normal in order to build up momentum and a diagonal angle, and then switch to holding the drift button opposite to the angle you're facing. This results in your character tilting off to the side and running diagonally. It is best used when coming out of a sharp turn into a straight in order to carry the drift momentum for much longer, or drift along on straight walls.
With this extra speed boost from counter drifting, I was confident I could gain the small boost I needed to get ahead of Supersonic. After over half an hour of attempts, I got this. Oh no, I just messed that up. I'm done. I'm done for. It's over. No. No, we were so close. No, please, don't let it end like this. No. This left me devastated. I felt so demotivated that I was even unsure about if I could continue after this. Despite that, I decided to give it one last attempt. This is how it went. I won. That's not even me being overconfident. I've actually won. You got stuck somewhere. Yes! 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 It was finally done. The struggle was over. I found out that it was possible to beat Sonic R with only Egg-Robo. I even did it on hard mode too. Now, I could finally rest. Oh god!